Hello, 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 and welcome back to another version of the Who's Next show. I am so excited about today's guest. As you all know, most of the time on the Who's Next show, we're featuring the newest artist, the next dentist, the next business owner, entrepreneur, the next inventor. And then from time to time, we have a very special privilege of having individuals who are not new to the industry and just new to our show. So today on the Who's Next show, I am very, very honored to have none other than Miss Jessica Reedy in studio. Awesome. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Absolutely, I love it.
Yes.
It's so beautiful. I love it. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes. Thank you for coming. So we are here, and we're going to just have some organic conversation about you. Many of our viewing audience, they already know Miss Jessica Reedy, Sunday's Best winner. Woo, 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 woo. But even more so, just a beautiful person inside and out, and I love that about you. A wonderful worshiper, great voice, great entertainer, just great mother, icon, the list goes on and on. So, Miss Jessica.
What an introduction. Oh, God, please let me live up to that.
So let's just jump right into it. Okay. Tell us, just tell our viewing audience a little bit about you, and how did you even get to the point of Sunday's Best?
Well, okay. I haven't been asked this question in a long time. So my oldest is 13, but at the time he was almost 1.
Wow.
And I was an AT&T technician.
It's been that long.
Oh my God. And I had quit college. I dropped out of college once I found out I was pregnant, and went home and was hooking up cable. I was running coax and campfire wire through your crawl spaces. Excuse me, ma'am, can you show me to your crawl space, please, or your attic? Ooh, the things I've seen.
Really?
And so I can tell you the long story, but I'll tell you the short one. The short version is I knew that God had more for me than that. I had some friends. We all grew up singing and stuff like that. And they were like, Jessica, we're going to audition for Sunday Best. You need to come. I said, I cannot come. I have a job. I got to go to work.
I'm Jessica the Cable Girl.
Hey. But, Mona, I was fly now. Now put a bookmark right there that I was fly as a cable girl.
I know it.
Because I told them I couldn't come because I had to work. Well, I went into work, and my boss said, Jessica, I need you to come into the office. I just don't think this job is a good fit for you. You just don't look like you're supposed to be here. You come in here with your purse. Because, not to say, but the ladies that did work there, they were kind of, they look like they hooked up cable. I look like this with a tool belt on. So I'm walking up to people. That might have been dangerous.
Possibly.
So I got fired. And then I dwindled into this lowly bar. Dwindled. I'm like, all I got is $550 to my name.
Wow.
I took all my money out of my account because I didn't know who was going to take it or what bills I had signed up for, so I took all my money out. Justin was still in Pampers, and still needed to feed him.
Right.
I had no support there, so I took the money out because I need to buy Pampers and all this stuff. Then I went to church. And then there was a prophet there, and he was like, the Lord is telling 50 people to give $550. I had $555.
Wow.
My friends knew it because they took me to the bank to get my money out because my car had just had a lien on it. I bought a car from my brother, but the car had a lien on it.
Oh, Lord.
So then here I'm speeding, but really I wasn't speeding. I was doing the speed limit, but it was winter time, so that's speeding in Michigan.
Right.
I get pulled over. I got Justin still in the car seat in the back. Lo and behold, the police officer said, "You don't need to call your ride because I'm taking your car." Wow. And so I lost my car, then I lost my job, and then I only have $555. I go to the church now. The prophet talking about the Lord is sending 50 people.
Wait, I love your prophet voice.
Yeah, that's how you say it. The Lord is saying 50 people need to give $550. I was sitting there, and honestly, my heart had never been pricked by that kind of thing, but that day it was.
Wow.
And I went to stand up, and I remember my friend grabbed me and said, "No, you not." No.
That's all the money you have.
Yeah, that's what they said. And I said, "I gotta do it." And I got up, put the $550 in.
Wow.
He grabbed my shoulder and said, "The Lord is not done with you yet." And I'm like, "That's what I bought, huh? That's all you got. That's all the word you got." I was like, "Come on, say more. What else?
Right.
Give me some details.
Give me some mysteries."
And that was it. On my way to my seat, there was this lady there. She had a stench on her. She looked like she might have been homeless.
Right.
Excuse me. All I have is $10. Do you have change for this 10? I want to put something in.
Wow.
I said, "You can have my
$5.
And that day I left church broke. I had $555, left home with $0, and no way to get Justin Pampers or
Wow.
anything. However, maybe about 3 days later, a week later, they was like, "Jessica, we going."
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, y'all gonna do it. I'm proud of y'all. Knock it out the park." About an hour later, "Jessica, we need you to drive." I said, "Why you need me to try? I can't drive." "Well, you the only one got good license, and all our licenses suspended." So, I was just a driver.
Wow.
I was just a driver. And I drove them down there. When we got to D.C., the line was wrapped around the building. And I'm like, I'm the driver. I'm not waiting in line. And it was dead winter.
Yeah.
So, I've since then repented for this, but I lied. I got on my phone. I says, "What you say, Sandy? Where you say you at?" No problem.
While
What
walking in the line.
Yeah, I was like, where? Okay, here I have everything. And so, most people, they'll take the humble road and maybe go right in the middle. I went right to the door. And then when I got there, the ladies was like, "Good doggone well, no Cindy up here." I was like, "Please let me stay in. It's so cold." I said, "I'm just a driver. I'm not even singing."
Wow.
So when I got in there, during that time, they were giving everybody a number. That's when the little kids was auditioning and that kind of thing. As the show went on, they stopped that. But everybody who was in line had to audition. So I said to myself, I'm just going to sing and I'm going to sit down because I know they're not going to pick me. So,
wow.
No. Long story short, here we are.
There was so many nuggets of what you said. And I just, when you were telling the story, I was thinking it took all of that to get you to here and beyond where you're going, right? I just want to encourage someone who's watching that when God has ordained you to do a thing and he's called you to it, even if you think, no, I got to do this because my current situation is saying I need to work, buy some Pampers, buy some milk, buy some food, whatever, that when you hearken unto the voice of the Lord,
Oh my goodness.
when you yield to his will, and even when you're not even really feeling it, that when he's ordained you to do something, he will draw you out. Because look at everything that happened. First you lost the car.
Oh my goodness. No, but this what I forgot, Mona. When I was 7 months pregnant, I was on bed rest at 5 months because my amniotic fluid was leaking out. So Justin was getting ready to suffocate in my stomach because the fluid he was swimming in.
Wow.
My stomach went from this big to this big.
Wow.
Right, so I'm on bed rest. They said drink a lot of fluids. Anyway, I didn't like watching my mother sweep. So I was up and I'm sweeping. While I'm sweeping, I look to the TV and Crystal Aiken is singing. I had like a little tear come on my eye.
Wow.
Because, before I dropped out, I was an R&B singer.
Yeah.
That was the career I was going after.
Right.
I had a little tear and I said, I probably could never be on a show like that. And
Wow.
I'm sweeping. Only God know these details, but
Right.
it was like the next year.
Yeah.
Nothing about my mind was like, I'm going after this.
Right.
I'm about to. Nah, I'm like, well, let me drive y'all. And I just lost my job. And they took my car. This is just going to be a break.
Right.
I'm going to drive. I'm going to think. I'm going to talk to God and see, what are you doing? What do you want me to do in my life? And while I'm in process of that, he just set me up. I'm like, oh,
Yes.
God, I'm scared. Okay, so yeah, that's.
No, I love it because, of course, okay, now here it is. You get a glimpse of where you're going when you're on bed rest. So he caused you to be on bed rest just to be in that moment so that you could see that thing. It went into your eye gates and you saw it and you're like, I probably could never do that. You know, knowing all of the gifts and the potentials. And I just really bless the Lord for his divine, like the whole thing, all the way down to like, then you get this boldness and say, I'm not going to sit in this car. I'm going to say this. And then you go all the way up and then the favor of the Lord is still there, right? And just think, if you hadn't have sown that seed, and then if you wouldn't have, you know, you came broken and you left broke money-wise, but it was all set up by his divine plan and purpose. And I really love that whole story. That's, you know, and I think about it, then here it is. Okay, then you go and you're like, oh, look, I'm just going to sing because I'm not going to be in the cold.
That's it. And then I'm going to the line. They call my number last in every single room.
Wow.
In 2 of the rooms, I forgot the words. I just, because they had like a list. I didn't know there was a list online. People was like learning songs. It was like, you can only sing these songs. I'm like, well, what's the song? Then some of them didn't want to give me the list because they maybe thought I was going to take their spot. I was like, just give me the list, man. Let me see the list, please. They'd be like, I need the list back, right? I'm like, all right, I'm singing Amazing Grace. That's the only one I knew. Even though I was raised in the church, I didn't know these songs, right? I get in there and I'm like, I can't sing anymore. Here's why. When I was pursuing my R&B career, I was a first soprano. When I got pregnant, I quit singing. I gave up singing altogether.
Wow.
While I was in my AT&T truck, waiting on a dispatcher to resolve the issue, he took so long. First off, I had noticed that I had stopped listening to music for over a year. I had stopped singing over a year. So I'm in the truck, and I just was like, I was like losing my mind. And I turned the radio on, and I went to sing with the song, and nothing came out. And I broke down crying. Oh my God, you took my voice. You took it from me. And so I had so much phlegm, I guess, on my vocals, that when I went to sing, Mona, I sounded like a man. I said, oh my God, my voice is destroyed. Like, I'm sorry, my voice, I went from a first soprano to a tenor.
Wow.
And my talking voice was still high. But when I went to sing, my vocal cords dropped and I couldn't go high. I couldn't even sing in my talking voice.
Oh my goodness.
Never heard nothing like this. Right? Now I understand Michelet, because I didn't understand how she could talk so high and sing so full.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, okay, this is messed up. So my theory was, when I got in the room, I can't sing no more, because I'm not singing from the voice I grew up with, that I'm familiar with. This voice is unfamiliar to me. I don't know how it works.
Right.
I don't know what to do with it. So I'm going to just do runs. I decided I'm going to sing runs. And they gonna be enamored by my run.
Wait, okay. So tell me what you did. Tell me, let me hear it. What you do?
I was in there told something. I'm so embarrassed. Am I the way? I'm so embarrassed. This is how I was singing. I was like, Amazing Grace, how sweet. I just going. I mean, I was off. I was falling off the cliff. I was just going. Right? How sweet the. I'm like, golly. You know, and then
I love it.
So the judges in the room, every time would say, you, stand right here, sing Amazing Grace with no runs. Every time the same thought came to my mind. They're about to know I'm a fraud. So I had to sing Amazing Grace with no runs. It was the most difficult thing I could have ever done. They kept passing me through. Finally get in the room with Mary now. But I just met John McClure.
Okay.
Met John McClure. Now, John was singing Running Back to You. I was like, John, I was like, excuse me, can I see your lyrics? I want to sing that song. He was like, what? Why would you sing a new song going here? I was like, just let me, because I've been singing Amazing Grace. And I keep singing Amazing Grace. It was like 5 rounds. I was like, I need to do something different. He was like, here, man. So I'm singing these, I'm trying to learn these lyrics. Running back to you, I see you standing there with me. I'm trying to, John was like, look, man, that's the song I'm singing, and I'm coming in right after you. If you sing it, then I sing it. They not going to want me. I was like, that's not true, because we don't sing the same.
Right.
Right. I went in there, they say yes. He went in there, they say yes.
I'm so glad.
Yes, me too, because then his theory would have been right.
Right.
But that moment in my life put me on cruise control. I was not in control of nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't know the next steps. I didn't know the next people. I didn't know these people to even be anything. All I could be was myself.
Oh my God.
I couldn't control nothing.
Right.
I couldn't make a call and say, hey, this. And honestly, Mona, every time I'm going to a next stage with God, we go through that same phase. He takes all my comforts. He puts me on a strange land. He makes me feel isolated. My whole world is confused.
Wow.
Because naturally, I'm a leader.
Yeah.
And as a leader, you need to be in control.
Control stuff. Yeah.
You need to, because they need to feel safe.
Right.
So you need to have things, and he was like, no, we're going up. Ready? Strap her in. I'm like, God! And so that moment changed my life. It was the beginning of my low build.
Wow.
So everyone else, God established a name. But from my inner being, he said, now let's start from scratch.
I love
so
it.
you don't have to worry about this anymore.
Right.
Take that.
Yeah.
I will bless you. I bring honor.
Yes.
It's me that make names great.
Oh,
you
God.
can't do that. So in your own power, you were trying to become an R&B singer to make your name great. I'm gonna show you. I do that stuff.
Right.
Y'all don't even have to ask.
Right.
I do that. If you're proven to be the heart I can use, I do that. You don't have to. So I'm gonna do that. But you are a broken little girl, right? And so we have to fix you. There's stuff off. There's some parts that you're going to desire to fix, and then there's other parts you're not going to know so broken that I have to force things, and you're going to be mad at me. You're not going to like me.
Oh, Jesus.
You're going to think you don't have a God that loves you, but I do love you. It's just certain things that you're so familiar with that it's off. It's not good. And they will keep being revealed because I got to break it off for you. I got to build you up. And so here I was high and low.
Yeah.
I was high and low going like this.
Wow.
This was maintained and very still, but my feet under the water was going like this. And I was confused at that contradiction. You want me to think this, knowing this? I don't understand. Because I'm watching my counterparts.
Right.
And either they're faking it really well, God, or you're unjust. Because they're not that nice.
Right.
They're not really good people.
Right.
They think I'm one of them, and they're talking, and I'm listening. They're not good people.
Right.
So how's this work?
Right.
Because either I'm in the wrong place, at the wrong genre, or something's happening. I was so confused, Mona.
Yes.
These are not good people.
Right.
This is how they talk. Look what they doing. Oh, God. Then I'm judging, but I'm like, I'm not trying to judge, God. I'm lost. So, girl, it's been a thing.
I just love to hear your story. I have grown to just love your spirit so much anyway. So when you talk, I'm just like, tell me more. So it's so inspiring too. So, what would you say to maybe an aspiring artist, whether it be R&B or gospel, that's just kind of like, I don't really know. Like, what would you say to them? Like,
I would say so many things, Mona, but the most important thing is, do you know God? Not what you've been taught.
Yeah.
Do you and him talk? Do y'all have your own thing? Because there are going to be so many voices, so many opinions. There are going to be so many words, just words. People are just talking. Everybody with suggestions and don't do and you should do and you ain't good enough. It's so many words.
Yeah.
Do you know God? I don't care where you about to go. You can get ready to go to hell. Do you know God so you can identify his voice there?
Right.
Do you know God so you can identify his voice when you go into them rooms?
Yes.
Because all of it is a test for the next moment in your life. Everything, every moment is the seed for the next moment. So whoever you are in this moment, whatever compromising you just did, just set you up for that harvest. Whatever that harvest is. So it's like, who are you now? Are you compromising? Are you really mean? Are you dogmatic? Are you dog eat dog? I got to do what I got to do to survive. You know what the game is. What is your mentality? What is your thought process? Who are you here? Because that's what's about to happen there. And that is what I would tell them. But you can't be God-centered without God. Yeah. You can say, okay, you want to be an R&B singer. Cool. Did you say you love God?
Yeah.
Did you say you know God? Well, prepare yourself because you will have to choose. Whatever the music you're about to do, if it doesn't give God the glory, if you are a true believer, he's about to wreck your whole life.
Yeah.
But it's going to be inside out. You'll be maintained. They will make you great, but the torment will be real.
Yeah.
Until you fix it. Fix them lyrics. Fix your approach.
Yes.
Or you'll start to get used to it. And then you and God won't talk to God as much. So now you'll take on a new master. Ooh. Somebody that makes you feel more comfortable doing what you're doing. Do you know God? Because if you say you know God, then seek his voice every day so y'all can be familiar. You can know, no, that's God.
Yeah.
You have to have, that's the whole GPS system. You got to have his voice. And you got to know which one is his. Because Satan is so clever, he'll stop being loud. And he'll do the best he can to calm that raw down. Like, he'll do the best he can and go, no, it's me. I am God. He'll be like, that's you, God. Because Satan be loud. And I know you. He's like, no. Yeah, you're right. It's me. Oh, it's not. Because the thing is, God will give you peace with it. I mean, you'll worry yourself. Like, I come from a very worrisome family. Believers, my grandfather was a pastor. Yeah. Everybody worries. Yeah. I mean, it's the most faith-filled, faithless family.
Isn't it so intriguing, though? And I think with that piece, with the older generation, we see it more. Because some of us, we'd be like, I'm trusting God to the end. I just gave my last $555. And I'm still trusting God. I don't even know what we're going to do, but I'm trusting.
And I love my mom. But my mom, on my way, I'm at the door. And she said, this is the stupidest thing you done done. You just lost your job. You need to find another job. I said, Mama, will you watch Justin for me? Because if not, I'm taking him with me.
Yeah.
But I'm going.
Yes.
Now, again, my intention was I needed to get away. Yeah. Just some peace. I'm going to just drive this 20 hours and I'm going to get some peace. But I'll take Justin with me in the back. And we both need a break. Yeah. We was both put out in the cold by the police. So, man, you need a break too. He's just a baby, but we both need this ride. I don't want him here with you fussing like this anyway. Right. And so I was raised, it's in me to worry. Yeah. And a lot of times we will think that peace is not there because the natural foundation, the natural reset is worrying. Yeah. No, peace is there if you would be quiet. Yeah. It's there. If you would stop trying to control, it's there. Yes. But then when it ain't there, oh, you can't dismiss that. You tormented. Right. If you've wronged somebody, oh my God. If you've talked too long and God told you to shut up 10 minutes ago, oh my God. You're like, you can hear every word you said. It's loud. You're like, I'm sorry. I should have shut it up. Forgive me. You know, but learning these things. Yes. I didn't learn it overnight. Right. I learned it by failing. Jesus. And that's how he intended for me to learn it. So it could be in me. Right. You know what I mean? he wanted me to learn, not by the conversation.
Right.
He said, that's not the type of child I have here.
Yeah.
This one, this one got to touch it and say, it is hot.
Yeah.
But how long can I endure the pain?
Yeah, that's
this
good.
one, her tolerance level is, I built her strong, so it takes more than a conversation.
Yeah.
Jessica needs to know that she knows.
Yes.
Because she's going to tell somebody, and she don't want to make them fall.
Right.
So she's going to have to experience this. Now, that's for the good and the bad.
Yeah.
I hate the bad part, because that means I got to go through everything.
Modern day Ezekiel. Ezekiela.
The
lady version.
It hurt me so bad. Oh, God, please save me. Time almost up, eh? But anyway, so yeah, it's that's what I would say.
Yeah. And I like the peace part, because oftentimes we have to realize that our peace serves as our permission.
Yes.
You know, when he gives us a peace that surpasses all understanding, you're like, I got permission to do this.
It's knowing that peace, I wasn't seeking permission. I was seeking presence. Are you here? Are you watching this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Long as I know you here, man. Cause if you here, then we good. But if you're not here, then that means I'm off.
Oh, Jesus.
If you've removed yourself from me and this is happening, these attacks are happening to me, what have do I have a reprobate mind? Have I disobeyed you so much?
You're like going down the checklist.
Yeah, it's like, forget permission, God. Are you here? Did you just see what they did to me? Because when I know you've seen it, I know you just.
Yeah.
I don't have to think vengeance.
Yeah. Yes.
I got to pray for them.
Yeah.
Good luck. Enjoy that.
That's
Whatever that is that you just got for doing what you just did to me, enjoy that as long as you can. It's going to leave you quickly. You won't have it long.
Right.
And so I had to learn that. Seeking God's presence.
That's good.
Mona, long as you hear, man, long as you hear, whatever they do to me, whatever they say, long as you hear, I know I can fight to keep my heart good still.
Yeah.
I don't have to pause and say, oh no, I got to get you for that.
Yeah. Right. Right.
God didn't see you do that. So I saw it. As long as I know you here, I know that vengeance belongs to you.
So it's for you, and I take that on too. It's not so much about the permission, not even so much about the peace, but it's about the presence. Because even if I'm going through turmoil and I know you're here, then I'm good.
Then I'm good. I'm good.
I love that. I love that.
Good. Yeah.
So let's fast forward and talk about some of your projects that you've done, the spirit and the mind behind them. They've been such great great songs. I shared with you before we started. My nephew Parker. Like when I tell you,
hey Parker.
When it comes to mime, like the better. Oh my goodness! And when I tell you he's 10 and he has such a mature spirit, when anytime he's miming, the first go-to is a Jessica Reedy song.
Hey Parker, I love you, Park. Hey Park, I love you, Park. I love you.
But let's just talk about some of the songs. And do you have a favorite?
I have to say that I don't know if I have a favorite, because my music is pastime for me. When I'm going through it, I write. And then when I'm out of it, I listen. I be like, whoa, I was dark. Whoa, that girl was going through it. I be passing time. So it's like, when you all hear it, for me to hear, when I write it, I know what was happening.
Yeah.
So I know the spirit on it.
Yeah.
Some of them songs, the spirit is heavy on it. It's like, it's heaviness. It's sad. It's there. It's at the tier.
Right.
And so when I'm past that season and I listen back, I'll be like, I am not in the mood to cry. Not today, Jessica Reedy. Things are good finally.
Right.
Leave me alone. I need no reminders. And then I go back. And then God will take me through that season. Like it's time to grow again. And then they're relevant again.
Yeah.
So they're seasons for me.
Yes.
They're for their purpose. But when I'm really going through My favorite song is "How Can I."
Oh,
It's
yes.
it's when I realize I really don't have anybody,
Yeah.
but I have everything.
Mm-hmm.
A human being is not suffice for my being, the type of person I am. A human being, I know you.
Mm-hmm.
I know your capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm prepared.
Right.
But with God, I am relaxed.
Yeah.
I am calm. I ask questions. I get angry. I am myself.
Yes.
For the human being, you cannot take my capacity.
Mm.
You can only take what you can take.
Right.
And I've picked up on what you can handle of me.
Yeah.
And so I'm giving you that. And you have an expectation on me now to always receive that.
Mm.
But if I'm not that today,
Yeah.
with my everything,
Yeah.
I'm everything all the time.
Yeah.
I'm happy, then I'm like, but I'm mad about that. And
Yes.
then I'm back, like, but you know what, you still good. But I don't even know.
Yeah.
All these things.
Right.
And he follows every conversation. He follows all of it.
Yes.
Not one of them is like, I cannot believe you just responded. Like, he's
Yeah.
like, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I got 300 different conversations going, and he putting them all
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
And so that realization has brought me to this rest place.
Yes.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I can love everybody and not hold them to expectation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can say, I get you. You're a season.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
We'll be here for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to maximize. You don't know it though. You love me.
Yeah.
But I already know this won't last
You're
as
a
long as we
season.
both won't.
Yeah.
But let's do it. Let
Yeah.
me be focused, because you ain't vote. Let me. Okay, here's everything I got. That's
Right.
what God wanted you to have from me. What do you have that belongs to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me glean from that.
Let me get that. All right. Going on your way, my brother, my sister. Luck on your journey. You know, it's like we're just in
Right.
passing.
Yeah.
Getting to the next nation we're called to.
Yes.
And along the way, we got to brush elbows with our sisters and brothers. And we want to stay,
Yeah.
because you're the only one get me.
Yeah.
But we can't, because we have assignments. We have
Yes.
people. So it's learning the dance.
Yes.
And learning
I love it.
the resolve. Like, you know, I'm still
Yeah.
in process. I'm still learning. What the heck
Right.
do I know? But what I've gathered thus far.
Yeah.
is-
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
phenomenal. So, what do you have going on now?
Wonderful
Currently?
things.
Yes. Let's talk about them
Mona?
now.
Wonderful things, Mona. So I have a new single, Lord willing, that will be released October 30th,
Oh.
called I Will.
Oh. Wow.
And it makes me cry on days that I feel like crying.
Mm-hmm.
But it was written for this season
Wow.
of my life. So I know it'll resonate with people because I
Right.
wrote it for me.
Right.
So I have the new single. Of course, I have my school, the Industry Development Center.
Ah.
And
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about
the Industry Development Center.
Yes.
Industry Development Center is for adults who are in different industries in this world, but they don't know themselves.
Mm.
Who they are is what they do. And so that's what they'll kill people for. That's what they'll rob people over. That's what they'll lie about. Because they find their worth in their gift, in
Right.
their talent. What the Industry Development Center is about is developing you as a person.
Yeah, so it's nothing about the industry really or the skill. It's
No.
about who are you, understanding who you are, your potential, your highs, your lows, where you can grow, where you can give. I love it.
And it's because the industry is made up of people.
Yeah.
So if you change the people, you preserve the integrity of the industry.
Wow. That's
so
good.
if you focus on the industry, the people gonna keep trying to live up to that standard, whatever their surroundings is teaching them. Well, everything else is doing it like this, and it's successful. That's
Yeah.
how I got to do it. No,
Wow.
they just have a master, and so God has a way. So let's learn that way. Let's learn who you are. First, got to strip down all of the traumas. I have so much trauma in me.
Yeah.
So many things that made me believe that's who I am. And it's not the truth.
Ooh, that's real good.
But it was me. It's been me all my life. So how do I deny myself?
Right.
By first acknowledging who God said that I am.
Yes.
God, now watch this. So I grew up in a family where there was a lot of domestic violence. So my father beat my mother. I mean, brutal, every single day. Then he was murdered when I was 12. So that's 12, almost 13 years of nonstop abuse, 365 days.
Goodness.
And so that's in me.
Yeah.
That's there, Mona.
Yeah.
That is inside.
Yeah.
That is weaved in my DNA like blood and veins. I can't do nothing with that.
Yeah.
Until I realized I could. Being born again, and it is going through the passage of, with them, this is family, but I'm an orphan.
That's real.
I'm an orphan.
Wow.
Thank you for letting me get here, but I am in a world that is ran by the spiritual world. I'm an orphan.
Right.
Where do I belong? So I get born again through Christ.
Yes.
And he starts to say, come here, child. You tense. Let me love on you.
Yeah.
Let me show you a new way.
Yeah.
Let me re-identify your identity and your DNA. And so going through that process has been hard, because when someone is doing me wrong, or if I see a bully, I hate bullies, Mona.
Yeah.
I'm triggered.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see.
And bullies come in all shapes and fashion. Whether it's that friend bully, that family member. We're not even talking about the strangers yet.
No,
we're talking about the people in the
strangers.
circle.
You can walk away from them.
Yeah.
It is your inner circle.
Yes. Yes.
The people that can get access.
Right.
To even show you I'm bullying you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's that moment where I realize, okay, I'm triggered here.
Yes.
You don't know what I can do. You don't know what's dwelling in my blood.
Right.
You wasn't there every night.
You really don't know this chick right here.
You don't know me. But neither do I. This was forced upon me.
Yeah.
And I choose to reject it.
Ooh. That's good. We're going to take a quick break. Of course, I'm here with none other than Miss Jessica Reedy, my sister, my friend. We'll be right back with you.
Hey, network viewers. What would your day be like if you could watch your favorite network shows and view live streams when you are away from home? Download the official The V Network mobile app from the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Search the V Network TV for iPhones and the V Network for Android phones. Receive notifications on upcoming shows, events, and network giveaways. Download it today. Don't be the last to find out what's going on your favorite network, the V Network.
So welcome back. I am so delighted. Yeah, I'm so encouraged. I don't know if y'all can feel the Spirit of the Lord that's just flowing. Like, we can have church at any moment. The atmosphere is set. As a matter of fact, we may need to take an offering up. The atmosphere is set. So I am enjoying a beautiful conversation with Miss Jessica Reedy. Thank you again for stopping by. We've talked about so many wonderful things. You know, when you think about, okay, you dropped out of college, and then you took a job that was really just a job.
Yeah.
And you were so ordained and fit for something else that even the employer was like, look, you come to work every day and all is good and fine, but I'm not really sure this is for you. Then you fast forward all the way to, winning Sunday's Best, but not even just that, but winning the piece of understanding who Jessica is, the piece of understanding who God is, and that without him, without his presence, like, it doesn't matter. Yeah. You get to all of this, you have some great EPs, great albums, great sound, all of these things. What is it that you would like to do? Like, is there anything that you just like to do next if you could do something different?
A couple things.
Okay.
So I actually would love to act.
Okay.
I just feel like, you know what I'm saying?
You're a natural.
Mona, I wasn't going to say it. But then also, I really love baking.
Okay.
Cakes.
Really?
specifically.
Okay.
And my son and I are deciding on a food truck.
Really?
Yes, it's going to be called Hey Sweet Cakes.
Oh, I love
And
it.
so,
Hey, Sweet Cakes.
and so we've been working on that privately, so I'm really looking forward to that. I love to, of course, do some talk shows and different things that allows me to interact with people in a fun way.
Right.
Because I just feel like we should laugh more, and I used to take life so serious.
Yes. Yes.
I was so serious. Now I just want to laugh. And finish my book finally.
Yes.
I want to finally finish that so I can say I'm done with that.
Yes. Those are some great, look,
Yeah.
3 great things that are so attainable. So all of those. And the acting piece, a natural for sure.
Thank you, Mona. Thank you.
Yeah, so you know, when you think about the talk shows, I know you have your podcast. Let's just kind of talk a little bit about your podcast and
it
know.
is my, I guess, lady in waiting.
Okay.
It's called Hello Hubby.
Yes.
And it is on YouTube. It is about me becoming and refining the wife I need to be for my husband. Again, I've always believed I am a wife.
Right.
But there's so
Right.
much fine-tooth combing that needs to happen. There's so much skin and shells I need to shed off of me before he comes, if he comes. If that's the light God has for me.
Right.
But in the process, I get to know myself.
Right.
I get to be humble when I finally think I done conquered something and I get beat up by it again. I'm like, oh, let me humble myself. It didn't work. You know. So learning and growing, that's what the show is about.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So, okay, we have the new song coming out October 30th, I Will.
I Will.
Tell our viewing audience how they can listen to it, find it, buy it.
It will be available for pre-order on the 29th on
Okay.
iTunes and all this wonderful things. And then Spotify, iTunes, Pandora,
Love it.
all of those places where you go, it will be made available to you. You're going to love it.
Awesome.
I love it. You're going to love it.
I cannot wait. I'm already waiting. I know Parker can't wait. Look,
Hey, Park. I love you, Park. I love you, Park.
Once I let him know a new song is coming out, he may already know, but
Did you hear, Auntie? Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Once I let him know, I know that will probably be the next thing on his list. But I just want to say thank you so much for taking time to stop by the studio and just chat with me.
Absolutely. I loved it.
Yeah, I feel empowered myself. You know, I'm usually like giving all these words and I'm just like, no, yes, Lord. Like I feel, first I was like this and then I was like, the ugly cry was about to come out, everything, you know. So I'm just so thankful that you took time to stop by. If there's any last words that you would like to share with our viewing audience, please do, because this is the Jessica Reedy Show today.
God. If there was anything that I would say, it would be hold on.
Yes.
Hold on and be as quiet as you can. Don't talk that much. Because everything you see isn't the reality. And every person you judge isn't at their final destination. So, shh. When you learn to be quiet, you understand more. You hear better. You see clearer. But you have to be quiet. You can't contribute your words to every atmosphere. You might be smart. But just be quiet on it sometimes. Most times. Be very slow to speak. You don't have to fill the spaces. Observe and listen, because God is teaching and He's moving and He's doing things. Sometimes you'll out-talk yourself. And that's what I would say. Everything else, please have Jesus. Listen, saying God, there's a whole lot of things around here saying I'm God. You need to declare your loyalty to Christ because there's a difference. There's a difference. I promise you there's a difference. We can talk about it when the show isn't closing, but there is definitely a difference. And Christ has changed my life from the inside out. So,
look, we will leave on a quiet note of just saying that we are so glad that you tuned in with us today. This has been Moments with Mona and the Who's Next show here with Miss Jessica Reedy. Thank you so much again. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye.